Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. Let's talk heavyweights. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider these videos to be a second opinion from the guy next to you in the pub. Last night, Tomasz Adamek knocked out Vinny Maddaloni. And many people are excited about that. People are wondering if I consider Tomasz Adamek, who earlier I had picked over Chris Arreola in an earlier call in a fight where the odds were, I believe, against him. People are wondering if I consider Tomasz Adamek to be the best heavyweight outside of the Klitschko brothers, Vladimir and Vitaly, and David Haye. And my answer is no. I actually believe that the best heavyweight outside of the big three is Odlanier Solis, who's fighting this weekend against Ray Austin. I like Solis to win this fight big. He's a guy who I consider to be one of the more underrated guys in boxing. He's flying below radar. He's not getting the attention that even Derek Chisora is getting, right? He's certainly not getting the attention or box office that Tomasz Adamek is getting. Now, all of us, every fight fan I know, has a list of boxers that we privately feel are underrated, right? We feel that if these guys, if these contenders got a shot at the title, or if these champions got a shot at a bigger, more known champion, or if these former champions got a chance at redemption, that they would deliver. Now, on my underrated list, I have former champions, people like Chad Dawson. I have current champions, people like Dmitry Pirog, who I think is very underrated. And I have possible future champions like James DeGale. In the heavyweight division, I have Odlanier Solis. BoxRec.com rates him as the world's 14th best heavyweight. I'm just here to tell you that, and I love BoxRec, but on my own personal ratings, and we're going to find out this weekend whether this particular pick has any validity. On my personal ratings, I have Odlanier Solis rated ahead of boxers like Tomasz Adamek, Helenius, Demetrenko, Chambers, Boystov, Arreola, and Chisora. Now, let me briefly talk about what Odlanier Solis brings to the table and why I like him big over Ray Austin. You want punching power? Compare and contrast Odlanier Solis' demolition of Monty Barrett with David Haye's fight against Monty Barrett. As impressive as Haye looked in knocking down Barrett several times, he didn't come close to duplicating the performance of Odlanier Solis, who, people should know, beat David Haye in the amateurs. Right? Let me also point out, too, that Solis, pedigree-wise, is not matched by any of these guys because David Haye, of course, won the Olympic gold medal like Vladimir Klitschko did many years ago. Right? So Odlanier Solis is one of these unknown fighters with a spectacular amateur pedigree. If you want more power, take a look at his fight against Carl Drummond. You want body punching? Take a look at his fight against Mamuka Juraskasvili. Devastating body punching exhibition. Fighters today like to stay outside of a jab, like David Haye does, right? He likes to stay very far away, or they like to timidly, shoot a jab to kind of like soften you up before throwing a right hand. That's the style of Vladimir Klitschko, right? Now compare and contrast those styles with Odlanier Solis' style, which, quite frankly, has a little Michael Cassidis mixed in. In other words, you're talking about a guy who is parrying shots, right? He's in there moving a little bit, just enough to parry shots. He's trying to knock your jab away. He's not trying to be so far away that your jab doesn't reach him. He's trying to knock your jab away, Then, while he's defending himself, and this is different than Arthur Abraham, who can't throw punches while he's defending himself. Here, Solis, while he's defending himself, he's literally coming up on your side and throwing withering, I mean withering body shots, very short crosses. They don't look like much when you see him throw the punch, right? Because he's a big optical illusion. But take a look at his opponent. You're going to see that Carl Drummond literally quit in their fight. The guy got tired of being hit so much. Poor Monty Barrett, and keep in mind, Barrett is from New York City. In a fight in New York City before his home ground, Monty Barrett got completely blown out, right? In other words, Solis, who does look chubby, whose punches don't look that hard, is actually a supreme athlete. He's in great shape. He's a supreme athlete, and quite frankly, his punches are very hard because his center of gravity is low. Take a look at his legs. He's always wearing these baggy trunks that cover his knees. He doesn't want people to read his knees, but at the same time, just like Vitaly Klitschko, he might not look like he has a lot behind the punch, but these punches are devastating, right? They're devastating. Now, let me say there is a question on stamina because he hasn't gone 9 rounds since 2008. I don't think that's going to be a concern in this fight because I think he has a chance at a knockout here, right? Ray Austin, big banger. You want to straddle whatever you do with Ray Austin by KO. Ray Austin did knock out Devarro Williamson in his last fight off of an uppercut. And of course, the problem with the rabbit ears type of defense, the earmuffs Teddy Atlas calls them, is that you are open underneath. So Ray Austin has a puncher's chance, but Ray Austin keeps his hands, quite frankly, too low. Look at his right hand against Devarro Williamson. It's low. Let me also point out, too, that I like fighters who make adjustments. I have to question any fighter who's fighting Vladimir Klitschko and doesn't even force Klitschko to throw a right hand the entire fight, right? Take a look at Ray Austin's loss to Vladimir Klitschko. He gets knocked out in the second round. Klitschko literally just throws left jabs, then starts throwing left hooks. Ray Austin never makes the adjustment. Not only that, Ray Austin is always there to get hit. In other words, Ray doesn't even physically move himself over to Vladimir Klitschko's right side to force Vladimir to open up a bit. I believe a fighter who doesn't make adjustments is just a sitting duck against Odlanier Solis. I think Solis takes this fight big. You want to straddle it with Austin by KO. Let me also quickly talk about the importance of the fight. This is actually an elimination match. The winner, I understand, is the mandatory challenger for Vitaly Klitschko, the man who I consider to be the best heavyweight on the planet. Right? Let me just say, if Odlanier Solis wins this match, I'm going to be on the sidelines for his fight against Vitaly Klitschko because, quite frankly, I don't know who wins that match. Solis is that good. Don't sleep on this guy. He is unbeaten for a reason. Also, I know people are going to say, hey, he hasn't fought anyone. He fought everyone in the amateurs, right? People have been avoiding him professionally. You really need to ask yourself who many of these other guys ranked ahead of him have fought. Let me say this too. Tomasz Adamek, I'm a big Adamek fan. I think Adamek has a lot of talent, but understand Adamek is small for a heavyweight, right? Adamek might not have the punch to really impact either Klitschko brother. I believe this guy does, and he has the defense. So this guy to me, as highly rated as he is on BoxRec, number 14, not too bad. I believe he's much better than that. Let me know what you believe. Leave your comments for me here on YouTube. Visit us at howtobetonboxing.org, gamblersadvisory.com, and also check out our gamblersadvisory.com page on Facebook. Thanks for watching.